do nothing and manifest everything. There's this idea ingrained into most of us that in order to get what you want, you have to take action, or maybe you have to wait for a long time in order to get what you want. If you want something, you have to work for it, you have to earn it, you have to deserve it. And a lot of people have a lot of resentment for people who don't have to work for what they have. You know, if you ever go online and you read stories, I like to read Reddit stories, and whenever it's someone posting and they say something like, I was born into a rich family, or something like that, immediately everyone in the comment section will automatically be against them, even if they are ethically and morally in the right. Most people will just instantly be against them and instantly hate on them because they reveal this terrible thing about themselves. It's just that they didn't have to work for what they have. And a lot of that anger and resentment is generally internalized. People might not realize that they have this deep hatred for those who have things that they didn't work for or that they don't deserve because they were just lucky. There's a lot of resentment behind that. And you'll see this a lot in the media as well. Like if you see someone who's famous or someone who is successful but they were born wealthy, everyone will say, oh, they're just nepo babies, like they were just lucky, they don't deserve the things that they have. So there's this idea that it's noble almost to struggle. It's noble to be born without having the things that you need, and it's better for you to have to work really, really hard and to put in all this time and all this energy, and for it to take a really long time, for it to be this struggle, this great struggle for you to get the things that you want. A lot of people will actually think of that as a virtue of not having the things that they want. They think it's this great idealized thing. But the reality of it is, if you have this belief within you that you have to work really, really hard, that it's this noble, grand, great thing, then most likely you're gonna see that show up in your life. It's gonna manifest in your physical life to where the things that you want feel like it's so difficult for you to get. If you're trying to manifest a partner, if you're trying to manifest more abundance, it's gonna feel like this great uphill battle, this big struggle. And you might even catch yourself asking, why is it so difficult for me to get the things that I want? What do I have to do in order to get my manifestation? Then this line of questioning is very revealing because it allows you to see that you don't inherently believe that you deserve the things that you want right now as you are. You believe deep down that you have to put in a lot of work, that you have to wait a really long time. And that is a good indicator that you believe that you are right now not yet deserving of the things that you want. And that's why you have to put in all this work, and that's why you have to wait a really long time, and there needs to be this great time delay between you and the things that you want. And a lot of the times it's very subtle and very subconscious, because of course logically when you think about it, when you're conscious and aware, no one would ever choose to struggle. No one would ever choose to work really, really hard for the things that they want instead of just being able to attract it and manifest it into their lives. But what you don't realize is the beliefs that you have. It might show up very subtly, it might show up in very subtle ways when somebody else gets a promotion at work or when somebody else finds the love of their life. If your immediate first thought is something along the lines of, well, they don't deserve it because of this, or they don't deserve it because they didn't even work hard for that promotion, or they don't deserve it because maybe you think you're a better worker than them, or you're smarter than them, whatever it is, that kind of jealousy and that kind of negative comparison is a really good sign that there are limiting beliefs that's holding you back that you might not be aware of. So the key to addressing this is releasing these negative thought patterns and these negative beliefs. But it's very, very difficult for most people to do because it's been so ingrained into you by society. If you see someone doing well, immediately you want to be like, well, nepo baby, they didn't work hard for it, they don't deserve it. Because it's easier to do that than for you to actually realize that your own negative belief systems is what's holding you back from what you want. So it's not an easy thing to recognize and to admit to yourself but it really is the first step if you want to change your reality. So allowing your negative beliefs to kind of melt away and allowing them to be released, letting them go, and adopting a new positive belief system that you are worthy and deserving of the things that you want, that you don't necessarily have to kill yourself with hard work in order to deserve it or in order to get it. That will allow you to get rid of the time delay and all of the waiting and all of the struggle to get to where you want to be. And it's going to be very difficult for some people to adopt this idea and this practice into their lives, because time and time again throughout their lives they have seen that action or hard work has gotten them the things that they want. So every single time that happens, the belief is, it becomes even stronger. If I work hard, I get what I want. If I work hard, I get rewarded. But if you really think about it, a lot of people work hard and a lot of people don't have what they want. Hard work in the wrong area can be just so extremely dangerous. When you see people in school who work really, really hard towards a career that maybe doesn't pay very well, is their hard work paying off for them in the sense of financial abundance? Not really. And then maybe you see someone else who chose a career path that wasn't as challenging, but the payoff was higher. And then you see that they are able to live the life that they want without having to put in a ton of hard work. So essentially, it's really important to make sure that you're working smarter and not working harder, because if you think about it, everyone works hard. That's not really like this big idealized thing that we all believe for it to be. It's not going to bring you everything that you're looking for. And it's the same thing in relationships. I always laugh when I hear people say like relationships should be hard. You should have to work really hard for your relationship. Every time I read something like that, it's usually someone who's in a very toxic and very negative situation, and they've sort of developed this convoluted belief that I think is soothing in a way, because for them it's easier to believe that every relationship should be toxic and difficult and hard work, rather than to realize that this is a situation that they can get out of, and it doesn't have to be this way, and life doesn't have to be this way. Whenever you tell someone who is in that kind of situation this, the first thing that you're going to be met with is a lot of resistance. They're essentially going to try to fight you about how relationships should be really hard work, when in reality most positive, happy relationships do not work like that. People don't fight every single day when they're in a happy, positive relationship, but it can be very difficult to see that when you're in the situation. So no, hard work is not this like secret to being happy, to getting everything that you want. It's really, I think things are a little bit convoluted when it comes to these kinds of things that have been ingrained into us from a very young age. So recognizing the pattern and being able to take a step back and actually look at your life and your current situation without the emotional bias and the emotional baggage is really going to be one of the most profound and powerful things that you can do. And my favorite little trick is to pretend that your life is a play, or to pretend that your current struggles and the current issues and problems that you're having is someone else's life. Maybe you think it's like your future children's struggles and issues, and they came to you for advice. What would you tell them? This will give you the best insights, because you're going to immediately realize that it was the emotional baggage keeping you from seeing what you needed to see and doing what you needed to do in order to get to where you want to be. So I challenge you to try this out and let me know if it works for you. Let me know your results. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope that you found value in it. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Bye!